There are some very exciting rumors going around that could be very interesting for the entire electric vehicle market, but absolutely huge for NIO. Let's take a closer look at these rumors, understand how they could be tied to NIO, and lastly look at what we can expect from the trading days of next week. So guys, make sure to watch to the end so you don't miss out on anything. But first, let's take a closer look at how NIO stock has been performing this past week and in December in general. This week was cut short due to Friday being a holiday, but looking from Monday to Thursday, we can see that NIO went down just a couple percent this week, and really the entire month of December we have been trading quite sideways, sometimes dropping but recovering every time. For example, we are up almost 15% from the last drop. But still, I'm starting to see NIO investors complain about the performance of this week and this month in general, so let me explain to you why I think this is in fact good for the stock. Now, I can totally understand that if you owned the NIO stock in November and experienced almost every single day being positive with daily gains of 5 or 10%, you might be impatient now that we're not going up so much anymore. But guys, these kinds of consolidations are healthy. They show that the market is getting better at valuing NIO and it is taking emotions out of the equation. You see, usually when a stock randomly starts skyrocketing for no reason, without any special catalyst, it's a sign that it is unstable and that there is always a risk that it will come crashing back down. But at this point, NIO is starting to look very stable, and I am sure that we will soon see new all-time highs as they start releasing delivery numbers and announcing their new plans. Great examples of possible catalysts. So now let's go to another possible catalyst that, if true, could be absolutely huge for NIO and even all electric vehicle companies in general, in my opinion. And believe it or not, it has to do with Apple, which really needs no introduction. But there has been rumors going around for years now that they will get into the electric vehicle industry in some way, maybe even making their own Apple car. But now, very recently, we saw Wedbush securities analyst Dan Ives making a prediction that they will announce an electric vehicle strategic partnership, potentially with Tesla, Volkswagen, or other manufacturers in China, such as XPeng or, you guessed it, NIO, that lays the groundwork to enter the burgeoning EV space for Apple. We believe, based on our investor conversations over the last few days, that many on the street would rather see Apple partner on the EV path than starting to build their own vehicles or factories, given the margin and financial model implications down the road, coupled with the strategic product risk around such a gargantuan endeavor, I've said. The chances of strategic partnership with the likes of Tesla, Volkswagen, or other auto manufacturers in China, such as XPeng and, you guessed it, NIO, are more than 70% over the next few years, according to Ives' prediction. That could lay the groundwork for Apple's establishment of their own line of electric vehicle autos over the next decade, if its electric vehicle and autonomous ventures are successful with consumers, of course. This is similar to our view of what China tech startup Baidu ultimately embarks on in the form of strategic electric vehicle partnerships in China, as opposed to launching their own auto product line out of the gates, I've said. In a nutshell, this would only expand the massive total addressable market for Apple over time to go aggressively after the electric vehicle market. So guys, I think even if NIO doesn't at all get this partnership, it would still benefit the entire electric vehicle sector, because it is a huge signal to the market just how much potential there is in electric vehicles. But there's still a huge chance that the partnership has to do with NIO, of course. Firstly, the analyst himself said that he thinks there's a chance for a partnership with something like NIO and XPeng, and he must have gathered a lot of information before saying something like this. Secondly, there's an article written last year where the author talks about how he is noticing NIO cars being driven around close to Apple's campus in San Jose, despite the fact that NIO isn't even selling cars in the United States right now, guys. He even noticed Apple staff at the NIO office, so it seems like there was or is a dialogue going on. And lastly, I saw a post on the NIO subreddit where we saw a certain Jamie Carson, first working in Apple with special projects, then going to NIO for almost 4 years before going back to Apple, again working with special projects. So yes, it really seems like there's something promising going on here between these two companies. But still, I want to point out that I am very bullish on NIO regardless, and this would just be a huge bonus. So remember guys, this is not at all confirmed right now, and it is simply rumors. So with that said, what do I expect from NIO next week? I think that as we get closer to the delivery numbers being released and just NIO Day, we will start seeing more volatility again in the stock. I think we'll only hear positive news from now on going into January, and that should translate into the share price going up and eventually reaching new all-time highs. But we can never know for sure, right? So the best thing here is really, although it's very boring, to just buy and hold the share for the long term instead of being emotional about the day-to-day share price. And since, at least in my opinion, NIO will be worth more in the future than it is worth right now, I think we'll be rewarded doing that. It will be very interesting to follow the announcements of NIO in the future, but I mostly do it because I like them as a company and just their vision. I think the fundamentals of NIO are already good enough to want to invest in them, and everything else is just a bonus and really won't change my investing decisions, as I already am very bullish on the stock. As always though guys, if you do decide to buy the stock, diversify your portfolio and own many different stocks so you spread your risk while maintaining this massive upside potential. And even though I am clearly bullish on NIO, make sure to do your own research on this and come to your own conclusions, since I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, it's rather entertainment. And with that, I want to conclude today's video. If you are new here, by the way, my name is Sam and welcome to the channel. Here I talk about various different growth stocks and just my opinions on them in general. I focus on disruptive and innovative companies that I think are going to be huge and make a big mark in the future. Also, I like to see them have a lot of upside potential before going into them. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like to help us reach out to more people with this channel and the video in general. So it's always nice for people to hear more about NIO and just understand the case of the stock and the pros and cons of it. And now lastly, if you watched all the way to this point and if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, then make sure to do so if you enjoy the content. I will of course make sure to keep providing more updates for you, and yeah, I just love the interaction we're seeing on the channel. I appreciate all your comments and all your support, and it's just crazy, we're growing so fast right now and we're soon about to hit 10,000 subscribers, so yeah, just crazy to think about. I appreciate all your support guys, I really do. Thank you for watching and I see you in the next video.